Hi, welcome to another lessons for the right hand technique for ukulele. Today we're going to talk about the relaxed finger strum. Okay, in a previous tutorial we talked about the free finger strum. We kind of held our hand like this, and we got to establish our foundations and basic techniques for strumming the ukulele for a beginner. Now, the goal is to go from that lesson or that technique to the relaxed finger strum, which is basically when you're strumming, the emphasis and focus is on this finger right here, that finger. However, the rest of your hand is all relaxed. So in other words, your hand might look something like this. So if I'm holding my hand this way, this finger just comes down a little bit, and the rest of the hand just stays out. And then so basically the hand and wrist are relaxed, and only the finger is controlled and fluctuates between relaxed and firm. Okay, so I'm not making any chords in this lesson. We're concentrating totally on the right hand technique. So basically when I'm strumming, all you're hearing is an open ukulele, which is actually an A minor 7 if you really want to get technical. But once again, so the relaxed finger strum, once again, the whole hand and wrist is relaxed. The finger comes down slightly beyond the rest of the fingers. Okay? The finger comes down slightly beyond the rest of the fingers. And everything else is relaxed, just the finger comes across. Keep in mind that you want to establish, if you look from the top, you want to establish some nail and flesh if you want. However, that you want to have the control over the finger so that when you're strumming, you know, there is some nail coming over the excuse me, some nail over the string, and that provides the brightness to the sound of your ukulele. That having that solid fingernail that's striking across the strings. Okay, so looks like this. Once again, the hand is open, relaxed, finger comes down slightly. So when strumming, okay, finger comes down slightly, so give that a try. And you want to be able to fluctuate between keeping your finger firm and relaxed. So try in some strums with the finger firm, and you find that the tone and sound and volume of the ukulele is louder. Then try it with your finger just a little relaxed, and you'll notice that the tone and volume of the ukulele gets softer. And keep in mind that we suggest that you combine some fingernail as you go across the strings. Now, if you don't have fingernails, or if that's not important to you, that's completely fine too. It just adds another dimension to your strumming style. Okay, so give that a try. Coming down, try to use your fingernail to give you a little brighter sound. And we talked about your strum zone in the previous tutorial, finding the comfortability of where you're holding your ukulele. So if you need to, you got to go back to that tutorial and get the information about the getting comfortable, finding your strum zone, and all the basic foundations of that. Now, when strumming with the relaxed finger strum, keep in mind you can start to move your hand, your right hand, to different areas of the ukulele. So if you are strumming here, you kind of have I would call it a neutral sound. But if you start going up here, the sound changes a little. It's a more rounder sound. So as you go farther from the bridge or the saddle up here, the more rounded the sound gets. Okay, and the closer you get to the bridge, the brighter the sound gets. So just to hold a G chord for a second. Okay, so you can alter your sound that way. Keep in mind that before you get there, you want to concentrate on just staying in this area at first to get comfortable for this right hand technique. Once again, finger coming down, relaxed, and then firm it if you want a louder or more volunteer sound. Firm, relaxed. Okay, so you're basically just firming this finger, relaxing this finger, and this basically controls the fluctuation in your volume and the dynamic and the attack to the ukulele. Okay, if you need to go back to establish your foundation because you skipped over the previous tutorial, go to the tutorial that talks about the free finger exercise, and that will give you all the techniques about establishing your foundation for strumming the ukulele from a basic beginner level perspective. Okay, we'll see you for the next lesson later on.